It's all going off here. I was just about to move the tripod. The rod with the crab on, bang, has gone. Good morning on this miserable, misty, wet, soggy, damp morning. That's how the early bird catches the worm when I'm out at the crack of dawn fishing this beach. I'm not going to let this beach beat me. Last 2 times here, I've blanked. I do blame the dredger. I've been up and down. Everybody says it's a bit poor. Well, I've seen one comment or one or two where some people are saying there's still a couple of decent fish coming out. So I'm back. I'm about 20 minutes off low water now. I'm going to fish the flood for 2 hours. From previous experience, the flood fishes better. I've seen birds diving at about 150, 200 yards. I can wade out half of that so I can get my rig into the middle of the party by the look of it. There's something going on out there. It's a good sign. I've got some birds diving here the last couple of times they're there. There's a couple of anglers down there. I've been watching them for the last 20 minutes while I've been setting up and doing stuff. I've not seen anything come out, but I'll keep you informed as when and if it happens. Let's have a look at these rigs now. I've got with me 5 crab, 5 peelers, wherever they are. Well, there's 4 in there now. They're not a bad sized peeler, to be fair. Can you see them in there? Hey! 5 of them, and I've got a pack of fresh worm, which I'm just keeping covered with a paper. So that's all I've got. I've got 15 casts. I've got a pulley pennel, clipped down on an imp, with a peeler crab there with the up proud. That bead will obviously be out the way when the line's in the water. That won't be anywhere near it. That's on a single hook, the peeler crab. And this one is a double hook with a worm on. Clipped down again, 7-ounce grippers. It's looking nice and calm out there, to be fair. It's a big tide, it's going to go all the way out, but it's misty, it's moody, it's wet, it's going to be rushing in. So without further ado, let's get them rigs out. I was having a bit of technical issue with the microphones in this video. To cut a long story short, at the beginning we had this huge downpour and the adapter for the microphone got absolutely soaked and it stopped transmitting the signal. However, it does get better in a minute, so please stay with me, and it is worth staying because there's a couple of good fish in this video. Anyway, what I was doing here was chucking a peeler crab out while moaning about the dredgers being in front of the swim. I've done 2 blanks in a row here and I've blamed it on the dredgers, and I wasn't giving up. I'll come back to do it again. On the right rod here, I put out a big lugworm. I've fished this beach a lot over the years and I've always had the bass on the lugworm here. It's kind of weird. You tend not to get the bass on the crab here, or at least for me anyway. But yeah, the signal does get better in this video, so please stay with me. And some of the signal is a bit scratchy because there's no proper audio, but it does get better, people. But yeah, there's a couple of fish. Enjoy the video. Well, I'll give the first cast half an hour just to double check, see what was going on out there. And I've just pulled in the most perfect peeler crab ever. It has not even been touched, it's still got the juices in. That's been out there for half an hour. I think these dredgers really have ballsed up this little bit of coastline, you know. I'm not going to keep going on about it, and I'm not making excuses, but just before they turned up, I was having fish after fish after fish. The rods was going instantly. The last 2 times have been a blank. And this ain't looking too clever. Still think you get the odd fish out there, but it is definitely not what it was. You come down here with crab and worms on a big tide like this with these conditions, you know, overcast, misty. Within 5 minutes, both rods would have normally went over. Something is definitely going on. It's just started flooding in. It does normally fish better on the flood, so I'll give it another hour or 2. I'll give it a fair shout. I'm not just going to say, oh, that crab's not been touched, I'm going. I'm going to give it a good go. I just wish I could prove myself wrong. I wish I could make myself look like an idiot now and catch loads of fish, but I just think this little bit of coastline is doomed for the foreseeable future until it rebuilds or gets back to where it was. It's definitely not what it was like. Anyway, fresh crab's going to go on now. Even though I don't think I need one, I'm going to put a fresh one out there. And just keep going for the next hour or 2. The worm bait coming absolutely perfect too. I've just put another fresh worm bait on here, clipped in. Started doing this for my worms, you've probably seen it in the video. 2 worms, head to tail and head to tail. Said you wrap up on a baiting needle and you get 1 solid worm then. Nice hook point at the bottom, clip that into the imp. Last month, this bait would have went within 5 minutes of every cast. It's these trawlers. Not trawlers, dredgers. It's got to be in it, it's got to be. Can't believe that if I don't catch here today, I'm done with this beach for a month or two. I'm going to just avoid it. And it's starting to hammer down now, so I better cover that camera. That's a bite. I wasn't expecting this after 2 blanks on this beach. I lifted up into what felt a decent fish, kicking, and felt a bit weighty. This was on the peeler crab on a pulley pennel rig. At this time, what I was saying to the camera was probably something like, yep, you need to fish in front of the dredgers give you the best spot ever, they bring all the fish in. Totally contradicting myself from the previous 2 videos. Anyway, this fish took a while to get in because I was wading out about 100 yards and casting it as far as I could. I could feel the nods, I could feel the kicks, and I was certain it was going to be a smooth hound. It was time to head down to the water's edge and get ready to pull this fish in. Hoping it would be an absolute monster. It's quite tricky to play the fish here because what you have is a little gully, then you have a sandbar, and then you have another gully, and sometimes the sandbar that you pull the fish over as you cast over the first sandbar can only be about 6 to 8 inch deep. Like, you can really feel the lead grating off the bottom and the fish fighting hard. Sometimes it's about 60 yards out, you can actually see the fish on the surface coming over the sandbar, so it makes it a little bit tricky, but luckily there's no snags, and well, if there's no snags you've always got a good chance of bringing a fish in. It's really hard on this beach to land stuff if you've got a big surf and some swells coming in, because over that little sandbar in the swell you can just lose pretty much every fish you try and pull over it. Anyway, we got the fish. Yes! Beautiful, beautiful smooth hound. Happy days. The blank on this beach is over. My phone is soaked, all my charging stuff's soaked, so I don't even know if it's recording. Got to cover it up. He's weird. Ah! Have a bit of that. See you in a bit. Well, that was crazy. The last 10 or 15 minutes has been stress after stress for me. Everything's got soaked. The microphone adapter and everything wouldn't connect. The phone wouldn't charge. We're saying liquid connected. I've had a big bite on there and had a fish on, and I've lost it halfway in on the on another crab. I felt the same, probably an hound. Probably felt a bit bigger if I'm honest, but that's come off. I've just got everything dried out, and in the midst of it, I've got 2 peelers left. I've just put a peeler crab down next to this spare snood to bait up, and God knows where the crab is. I've just threw it down, the crab's gone. I've got 1 crab left now, and the worm bites aren't doing a bite, so yeah, this is... There's always drama, isn't there? And this crab I've got here, it's not even a proper peeler. It's not bloody peeling properly. It's more like, it is peeling, but you've really got to bust it off. So yeah, it is coming off actually. The others have all been perfect, by the way. This one's just been a bit awkward. And the tide's going to start to smash in now. So yeah, I was hoping for 2 more casts on peelers. Where's it? Yeah, it could be under my call box actually. There's a gap where I had it there. I bet it's gone under my call box. That would be nice. So yeah, the fish are here. So the moral of the story is, if you see any dredgers, set up next to them and fish. Look how fast this water's coming in now. So now I've got to move all the camera stuff again and all these wires. I hope you appreciate what filming these videos comes to, and for that you better hit that subscribe button. It's hard work. If I wasn't recording I could have just fished today, but I do love recording and I love it, and it's what I do, and it's pretty much what I do full time now, is fish. So I can't moan. Working from the beach is not a bad thing. But yeah, I had a fish on, I thought I was recording it. I was trying to press record on the camera without the microphone, you know, and your fingers are wet. Like, the finger wasn't working on the screen and I could see the rod bending, so I was like, no! But anyway, I lost it. I'm kind of glad I lost it because you wouldn't have seen it anyway, but yeah, it felt like a hound the same. So the fish are here. This is the last crab now. And then I'm just fishing worms. But I thought we'd have picked a bass up on the worms though if that was here, but maybe it's not to be. Oh, I'm going to have to move back in a minute because this is coming. The wind's coming. You know what's happening next, don't you? That tripod's going over. Smash. Right, I'm hoping the crab is underneath that call box because it couldn't have got nowhere else unless it's buried itself. And it was a good peeler as well. It was the best one out of the lot, the biggest, and like the shell just popped off. And on that cast on that crab, what I just put out as well, it's come out the imp again, and the crab started spinning in the air and stuff. I did like the imps, but I'm starting to come off them again now, because half the casts I'm doing are just coming out the imp. How do I stop that? I'm new to them. Help me! Help! But it's not a blank, is it? It's not a blank, so that's all we can do is chuck another crab in. The last crab. I'll hang that there ready to go on. I'll move some stuff back now. See if I can find that crab. What's it coming to when you're wandering around the beach looking for your lost crab? To catch a fish that you're just going to put back anyway. That's what we love though, isn't it? Subscribe. It's all going off here. I was just about to move the tripod. The rod with the crab on, bang, has gone. Told you these trawlers are the best thing ever for fishing. Yes! The beach is back to how it was. Ooh, nod, nod. That's what we like. Got one crab left and the worms aren't doing it. Lovely, this is what we love, isn't it? This is what we love as fishermen. This actually took line, this one did. It went bzzzt. It's probably another round because I do fight hard, don't they? Nothing's touching the lugworm though, surprising. Let's go and see what we're up against here. It's giving the old nod nod. All the other anglers have gone. Looks like they've all left at the best time. Whoops. Don't feel that bad at all, this, you know. Love beach fishing when it kicks off. You know, with a nice clear sandy bottom. One of my favourite types of fishing. A bit of beach to yourself like this. No snags. Bit of action. Dredges everywhere. It's another round. I just seen the fin. Right, keep him coming, keep him coming. There's a bit of weed on the line. That's probably what made it feel a bit heavier. Smooth out number 2. Get in. Right, that crab, what I caught him on, looks alright, although it's a bit mush. So I'm going to try and salvage that crab for the next cast. I've got one to put on this one, but I want to salvage that one. Might add a bit of worm with it or something. But yeah, smooth out number 2. Get in. This is improvising, isn't it? These are the last 2 crabs, which I've got the last 2 smooth hounds on. But I've got to try and wrap them together and get it out there. It's just, these 2 crabs already caught 2 fish. I think there's enough juice there to go again, I think. I do have one hanging up as well. But I think that's a good bait. The bites come pretty quick, so there's still plenty of juice in there. That looks better than the other baits, that does, doesn't it? Wrap them together, get it out. Can we catch 3 fish on 2 baits? I reckon we can. Can't believe them dredges are there making this fishing amazing. Best session ever. Bosh! Put that in there. So now we have another bait, which I caught the other 2 smooth hounds on. Lost one as well. It's gone off a little bit. Clip that up. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Nothing at all wrong with that. It's got hound all over it. Can't believe these worms are not doing a thing. So that crab bait, that double crab that's been used, is in and going on that one. And what I'm going to do on this one is clip that worm off for now, because it's a bit of a, it's kicking off a little bit. There's a bit of weed and stuff there, we don't want any of that. Get rid of that. And this last crab, I'm going to clip on here. So we've got 2 crabs out and that's the crab's gone then. And then my theory is, as the beach gets a bit higher, There might be some bass coming in over this lug bed that I'm on. No, it's not a big lug bed, there's only a few. I'm going to use the crab up now while the hounds are there. That's 2 crabs out. In the last half an hour, as it gets a bit deeper on this beach, I'll use the worms. I think that's a good plan. Sure, there'll be some more action when it's like this. You know, the dredgers have made it absolutely incredible. So there's that. I tell you, it keeps coming undone, these imps do on me. Obviously that was me then, I mean on the cast. And I'm trying to do different types of casts. I'm trying a gentle start, then thump it. I'm trying it from the side, overhead, whatever. And they're just coming out. Is that something I'm doing wrong? You tell me, people. You tell me, but it's doing me bloody head in. Anyway, the last of the crabs. Come on. That bait, straight out the imp again, flapping around like an helicopter. And only about half as far as it would have been if it was clipped in. Anybody else had that problem with them imps? I thought that was the best things ever when I started using them. Now I think they're just a pile of... I better calm down, hadn't I? So when it's your last peeler crab and you want it in the right spot and then it just goes... Maybe it was meant to be. Well, let's see what happens then. I'm going to make a couple of them big worm sausages up. These are the last 2 crabs. I'll give them 20 minutes. Then we'll fish in like, well, there's not a surf, but you know what I mean. The tiniest bit of a surf, I'll fish in that with a couple of big worms for the last couple of casts. Not been a bad little session, has it really? All things considered, it's not ended up that bad, has it? A couple of fish, 1 lost, a lost crab, a soaking, a dredger, well, a lovely morning on the beach of my own. And that is probably what fishing is about, isn't it? That bit of inner peace. Love to know where the bass are though. Just had 1 solid thump on the right rod. I'll just put the camera on and come here. Nothing else has happened. It was just 1 big bang and up, and then nothing. I guess something's hit it. Not got caught by the hook and done one. But that was a big bang. A big bang. Just 1 almighty bosh. That's how it's going black. It's going black again. If this cloud gets any closer, I might be calling it. I might not be chucking a worm in here for the bass. Might be going for a full English breakfast and a cup of tea and the calf just there. The birds are working though. Come on. Here it comes, right on cue. Right, I need to cover you up. No! I'll leave them crabs in for I need to cover you up so this is getting wet. Nothing else to report as yet. But look at this weather coming in. I think it's going to be time. Oh! Oh! Just had a bite on the left one. Just had a good pull down on the left one. That was a real good pull down then, right on cue. Ah, the weather coming in is horrendous. Look at this. Look up there. I feel like I should... Yeah, there's something... I don't know. There's definitely a big pull down on the left one. We've got it coming in from all angles, look. We've got it coming in from all angles. Well, I've just had a bite, so that's enough to make me have another 10 minutes. Come on. 1 more fish. 1 more fish. It is horrendous out here. Look at that. It's not that bad yet, but it's going to be coming. You're going to see a quick exit from GKJ soon. Straight to the cafe for a breakfast or something. Look at it. Beautifully dark. Come on, fish. Just had the same bite again. The rain now, I've got to show you this in a minute. I've got to get out of here. I don't mind getting wet. It's all the camera stuff. It's going that way, sideways. But have a look at this for a weather front coming. Crazy. Look at that rain. You can see it blowing in, look. Camera's not really picking it up, but it is really coming in. Right then, people. Right then, people. I'm getting smashed in the face by it. That's been a cracking little session. I'm getting wet. Them rods are coming in. GKJ signing out until another day. Hey, that rhymes, doesn't it? See you in the next one. Bye.